Pokemon Horizons episode 61 just aired, and let's just say it was a really controversial one in the community. A lot of people didn't like this episode at all, but I really want to talk about it, dude. I have some maybe controversial opinions, but I'm going to take a slightly different approach to normal this time. Today I'm going to discuss my thoughts and review the episode throughout covering the events of the episode, rather than only giving all my thoughts at the end, you know? So that way there's a little bit more spice throughout the video as well. So, on the way to Montenara for their gym battle, Roy and Fuecoco are more confident than ever, all because of their bond and their song in the previous episode. And yeah, they arrive at the town. And bro, Montenara might be one of the prettiest adaptations of a game town in the anime ever. It genuinely looks gorgeous, like a Christmas winter wonderland, you know? I'd love to live there, dude. Our heroes meet a bunch of different ghost Pokemon in the town, and then two Drifloon kidnap Terapagos. Bro, if you've read Drifloon's Pokedex entries in the games, then you know our favourite little turtle guy was nearly a goner. But luckily Nemona shows up and saves it, also reuniting with everyone. I love how she's always around for Roy Focus episodes. Their rivalry is so cool. The group of them head to the stage where Roy has a practice battle against the MC of the concert before Ryme arrives, and basically it's Fuecoco vs Sableye. Sableye is one of my favourite Pokemon ever, so this made me really happy, you know? Sableye uses Shadow Claw and Power Gem, but Fuecoco dodges them both, and then Roy and Fuecoco begin singing, feeling incredibly confident, and they easily one-shot Sableye with Flame Charge. Dude, I think I can see where this is going. Roy and Fuecoco are becoming incredibly overconfident and incredibly cocky. They really think their song is making them unstoppable, man. It made them reunite last episode, and it made them one-shot the enemy this episode. We'll really see how that goes. So, after the battle, Ryme then arrives and gives the most amazing hype rap performance ever. Like seriously, if you haven't watched the episode, then go and check it out for the rap performance alone. Ryme was crazy, bro. I really love how the anime brings the characters from the games to life in a whole new way, you know? It's genuinely incredible. Ryme was so great. Roy realizes that Ryme is the woman he met in the forest back like 9 episodes ago, and then Roy and Ryme have a brief rap battle which was really fun, and Roy declares that terastalization is important to him because he needs it to reach his dream of the Black Rayquaza. First up is Ryme's Houndstone versus Roy's Kilowattrel. Finally, dude, after like 50 episodes, we're finally getting Kilowattrel's first ever official battle. I can't wait to see how it goes. Oh, wait. Kilowattrel is unconscious after just 2 moves? Ghost Dive and Crunch? Bruh. Are you kidding? Well, that's disappointing. Hey, I mean, I guess at least Kilowattrel did manage to slightly hit Houndstone with Spark before going down, but that was really suckish, dude. Waiting like 50 episodes for Kilowattrel's first ever proper battle, and then it gets defeated like immediately. But hey, I guess this is a lesson for Roy to actually use and train Kilowattrel in the future. Disappointing, but whatever. And hey, I guess Ryme's Houndstone is just incredibly powerful then, dude. Having that level of power would easily explain how it's so simply defeated Kilowattrel in only 2 Oh, wait, what? Houndstone is unconscious after 2 moves from Fuecoco? Flame Charge and Flamethrower? Bruh, again? You know what, this one would be forgivable if the episode said that Houndstone's ability was Fluffy, which would double the damage it takes from fire-typed moves, but it didn't mention that at all, you know? So now Houndstone is strong enough to 2-shot Kilowattrel, but weak enough to be 2-shotted by Fuecoco? This power scaling feels wacky, dude. And of course, Roy and Fuecoco are even more overconfident and even more cocky after this, claiming that their singing makes them strong and makes them win every time. So afterwards, Ryme sends out her ace, Toxtricity, and Roy and Fuecoco start singing really confidently and attacking, but Toxtricity easily counters all of their moves by using its own singing sound-based moves, and it begins hitting Fuecoco heavily too. Roy is surprised, and then Fuecoco tries Disarming Voice, but Toxtricity just stands there taking like 0 damage. Ryme then reveals that Toxtricity's ability is Punk Rock, and that means all of its sound-based moves are really powered up, and it also means that it takes like no damage from Roy and Fuecoco's singing sound-based moves. Ryme basically mocks Roy by using his own self-proclaimed power of singing against him, and Roy and Fuecoco are stunned and really don't know what to do. Toxtricity then hits Fuecoco again really heavily, and Roy, out of sheer panic and desperation, suddenly terastalizes Fuecoco out of nowhere, and then Ryme mocks this too, questioning Roy about how being desperate like that could ever help him reach his dream. This is crazy, dude. Toxtricity then effortlessly uses Venoshock and Overdrive, defeating Fuecoco before it can even land an attack while terastalized. Roy is devastated, genuinely heartbroken, and Ryme makes it absolutely no easier by calling him a failure of a partner to Fuecoco. She literally calls him a failure and then tells him he failed his test too, and then she says that he shouldn't come back until he's fixed himself. And dude, this is so heavy. Ryme really did not hold back. Roy is absolutely gutted and feeling like a failure, and that's where the episode ended. But don't click off the video yet because, man, I have a lot to say. This is really one of those episodes where I'm glad I waited for subtitles before making my episode review, because I didn't really like the episode yesterday without subtitles, but now after watching it with subtitles, I really loved this. Don't get me wrong, I am still pretty gutted and frustrated about how Kilowattrel and Houndstone were handled in the battle, and I do really feel like it should have just been a 1v1 battle between Fuecoco and Toxtricity, because that part of the battle was amazing. It seems that a lot of people really didn't like this episode very much yesterday, but I just don't feel that way anymore, you know? My feelings did a total 180, and I hope everybody gives it another chance now that subtitles have released. This episode set up some incredible character development for Roy at long last. His cockiness and overconfidence feels so natural and so fitting because of his strong belief in his and Fuecoco's song after all their experiences together. Like, every time they bust out that song, they always end up winning, you know? So it really makes complete sense that they're over-relying on it and feeling cocky because of it. So then Ryme using a Pokemon that's basically immune to their singing and to their sound-based moves, and a Pokemon that can totally turn it around on them by using its own singing and sound-based moves. That was genuinely so smart, dude. Taking the core trait of Roy and Fuecoco's bond and finding a character, Ryme, who's the perfect foil to that trait. Really great writing, dude. When Roy realized what he thought was his superpower was totally being turned against him, he crumbled and was destroyed, you know? His cockiness was his downfall. He did fail Fuecoco, and he failed Kilowattrel too. It was heartbreaking to watch, man. And I really can't wait to see how his character develops from it and how he wins against Ryme in the future. So yeah, overall this episode was heartbreaking but so well written. Apart from Kilowattrel versus the Houndstone dog dude. Other than that, this episode was crazy. Let me know what you thought, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and best wishes until we meet again.